Hey guys, it's Emmy here, and I hope you're all ready to decorate some cookies. We are doing zoo-themed cookies, and if you got the learning packet that goes with it, you maybe have read the book, The View at the Zoo, maybe did some silly zoo animal walks, and now it's time to decorate. So you're gonna have your colors here, and you're gonna have your toothpicks, and you're gonna have your cookies out. We're just gonna do one of each animal at a time to get started here with directions. Make sure you've washed your hands. And you're gonna want, if you haven't, or if your mom or dad or grandma hasn't yet, you're gonna wanna start by cutting tiny little tips in your bag. You wanna make them pretty tiny, okay? Because you can always go back and make them bigger after. But once they're too big, then it's just gonna get messy. So if you just start with let's see if I can do it so you can see. Tiny little cut. Try and get it in the camera here. There we go. And make sure you get your little plastic out of the way because you don't wanna be eating that later on. Okay, so when you start, you wanna hold your bags like this, where you're squeezing the pressure at the top of the bag, and you're gonna put your elbow down, and you'll see I've done some lines on your cookies to help guide you. So we're gonna start with this beige color here and with your monkey cookie. So we're just going to outline, and I'm gonna cut my hole just a little bigger. You'll see if it was just coming out a little bit and it was starting to kind of like squiggle, then your hole's too small. Okay, so we're gonna start by just outlining. You hover above your cookie. Don't drag the tip of your bag down on your icing. You wanna do nice, smooth. Just let it fall. You're gonna guide it and it's gonna fall. So if you outline the monkey's face, then you can go in and start filling it in. This is called flooding it. So you're flooding your cookie. Just go around. Make sure you're really covering all your space. If you hear that banging, that's my kids who are supposed to be in bed. They're acting a little bit like zoo animals. So just go around and around. And then if you need to take your toothpick to kind of see how there it kind of dips down a little bit, I'm just gonna swirl it here, try and make it smoother. And you can give it a little shake to help flatten it out. If you see any air bubbles, you can kind of just give them a pop and then push them down. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing for our lion face. So push the monkey to the side, and now take our lion face, and you're gonna start by outlining your lion face. Around. Now, if you need extra time, just go ahead and pause the video until you're ready. So you outline it, and then you flood it. When you're flooding it, you want to squeeze your bag a little harder so that it comes out a little quicker. All right. Flood that lion face, round and around. Go back, fill that spot in. Give it a little shimmy shake right there. All right. If you need to take your toothpick and kind of push a little more out, smooth it out. There you go. Now you've flooded your lion face, and we're gonna let the lion face sit. And kind of, we want it to get a little bit of crust on it, because if we put the eyes on its face right now, the eyes would just sink right into it and it would look a little sloppy. So now we're gonna take our elephant and we're going to outline around the elephant. So I like to kind of go in a little bit and then pick back up. Go around, in on the ear. In here. Okay, and then you're gonna outline the ears here where I've drawn an outline for you. So the inside part here, in here, we're not going to fill that yet because that part is gonna end up being pink, okay? So we're gonna go around now and you can flood your elephant. Okay. Round and around. Can't wait to see what your cookies look like. See if you share them with anyone, if you eat them all yourself. I eat way too many cookies. Your elephant is going to take you longer. I have a little clog, I think, in mine. There we go. No problemo. Right? So don't worry if you feel like you've made a mistake. Usually it turns out to be fine. But if you feel like you really made a mistake and you're not okay with it, just take a spoon or a plastic knife or ask mom, dad, anyone at home to, and just scrape the icing off and start again. That's the good thing. I don't even make extra cookies when I'm doing an order because if I mess up, I just scrape it off and start again. All right, so see, we flooded our elephant. Give it a little shake. Make sure it's good and smooth. If you ever have any icing running over on your side, you could take the toothpick and just kind of go whoop and clean it up and then shake it. If you don't want to grab the edges to shake it because you don't want to mess it up, stick it in there and shake it. All right? So now we're going to let the elephant face, I'm going to move him with my toothpick. All right, so now we're going back to the monkey. Okay, so we're going to take our brown and we're going to outline around the monkey. Those squiggles up top are just going to be kind of like his hair, the wild hair. Okay. All right, and then you can flood. Just be careful when you're getting to the inside part of his face. Be gentle because you don't want to bump into that icing and then make that icing crack. That's already started to crust. So here's where we're gonna add a little tan now to the ear, just like that. If you need to pause the video, take a second to finish flooding, go ahead, right? You just kind of smooth this guy out. Poke down any little points you see. Need to get the icing down a little more. Okay. Clean it up. Shake it out. And then we're gonna let that one sit. All right. Then we're moving on to our lion. So this guy, we get to have some fun with this guy. Just want to move that one out of the way. Okay, so you're going to take your yellow and we're going to outline the petals here because this is really a flower that we're turning into a lion. Because I don't have a lion face cutter, which is amazing because I have probably over 1,000 cookie cutters. And that's not, I'm not exaggerating. All right, so just go around, right? So you're outlining there. And then we're gonna flood. Kind of push it. There we go. All right, so you don't have to be too clean and smooth yet because we're gonna get a little funky with this one. All right, let me just smooth that part out. Fill in where I missed some spots. But now you're gonna take your brown and just like put some dots around. Wherever you want. And then you're going to take your toothpick and just kind of like pull the dots because it's going to make him look like he's got some fun hair in his mane, kind of going crazy. All right, and then you can shake it to smoothen out. All right. And now the lion's mane is done. Okay, so now we're going to take our pink and fill in our elephant ears. Okay. Smooth it out. Push that over there. Good. And then we're gonna add a little face to our monkey. So we're gonna take the black. And no, we're gonna start with the brown first. Let's put the nose down. So for the nose, you're just gonna do like an oval right here. Okay, and then we'll do little black eyes. And he's gonna have a little half smile, a little mischievous smile. Do some eyebrows. Okay, and then we can go do the lion's face. So for the lion, we're going to take the brown and we're going to do a little triangle nose. Little eyes. You can give the line a little, like, cat smile. We'll do some brown eyebrows. Maybe some whiskers. There's our lion. All right? And then we're gonna do the elephant. So let's add his face. Let's start with, we're gonna kind of highlight some of his trunk here. So go around and just add some lines to his trunk. All right. And then his eyes are gonna be more of like long oval eyes. And we'll do a little half smile out the side of the trunk. Some eyebrows. And maybe let's do some pink cheeks on this guy. And there's your elephant. So there's your 3 zoo animals. All right? Send me some pics. Hope you had fun. Bye.